bother to care anymore, cause motherfucker, I'm a CNA. Let me hear all your bitches say if you are a CNA. Just work out every day to get paid, certified assistant. Enjoy your work, get a bitch, cause when the phone is say, motherfucker, I'm a CNA. Let me hear all your bitches say if you are a CNA. Just work out every day to get paid, certified assistant. Enjoy your work, get a bitch, cause when the phone is say, empty colostomies or ileostomies. As I make us through the holes of that, 1,000 cc's. That's milliliters, regular mathematics. Some CNAs deal with detox and drug addicts, some alcoholics. Some crackheads try to regulate some limbs to get high on meds. I've been checking with a couple past and punching the nuts. They're bidding and shitting on, they call me bro. I also empty containers full of urine, and two big goes your peel and bladder, just keep it thin. Fuck, that would suck to have a tube up my dick. With a tube the size of an inch thick. But shit is cool, I got plenty more. Some reasons with me needs more than food in a grocery store. You with a bitch, cause I ain't gonna sit, and you know I can't cops. Like a cuz, motherfucker, I'm a CNA. Let me hear all your bitches say if you are a CNA. Just work until the day we get paid, certified your assistant. Enjoy your forget a bitch, cause when the phone is say, motherfucker, I'm a CNA. Let me hear all your bitches say if you are a CNA. Just work until the day we get paid, certified your assistant. Do you want to get bitches with a phone and say,
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to PSA from a CNA. I am your host with the most, the blessed and highly favored Franko the Pen. Thank you for spending just a little bit, a small, a smidgen, the tiniest bit of what is now your Wednesday night with your boy. Shout out to everybody who just got off of second shift. Shout out to everybody who is currently in the full motion of third shift, which, seeing as how third shift just got started, which probably means you haven't done anything yet. But you are finding a good place to nap, and we appreciate you for it. Sorry, I am coming on here later than I usually would. I was trapped in a tattoo parlor. I actually went to two tattoo shops today. The first one, I am very happy with. Truly enjoyed the experience. Tattoos, of course, if you got sensitive skin, they suck. They're horrible. But the first one, you know what I'm saying? She was quick. She was efficient. You know what I'm saying? I was in and out. The quickest tattoo I've ever got done. The second one, I went back to a guy from my past. Decided to give him another shot, see how that would go. It did not go well. I will not be going back to him again. And I spend most of the time just thinking to myself, how do I tell a licensed tattoo artist that you are tattooing wrong? I'm like, compared to the one that I got earlier today, this experience, I would say the experience was just complete and utter dog trash. So I will not be going back to that guy for another tattoo ever in life. Shout out to the ones he have done already, because they were and are the last. Yeah, so came home, dropped off some groceries that I left in the car, hopped straight onto the camera and the microphone, and now I am here. So how's everybody doing? What's up, Gail? Shout out, thank you for coming back. Cindy, I am good. Been a very busy and productive day, so that's always good. Sharon, I am dope. How are you? John, stretch of days off. Somebody got a sequence of days off, I see. Okay. Betty, back in the building. Like she's stopping in. I know she worked third shift, so I know she know the rules, so she better not be on this live while she's working, because you know you and your coworkers like to snitch on yourselves, so we can't have that right now. But anyway, Jesus was good. So apparently, I was reminded earlier that it is Nurses Week. Yay! I wish I had some type of let me see if I could look up my sound. Sorry guys, my sound effects is not my sound effects is not up right now. Give me a minute. I'm just behind on everything. Don't worry about it. Oh my God. What the fuck? Okay, so this is gonna take too long. I'm just gonna clap my own hands. So it is officially Nurses Week. Yay! And I want to give a huge shout out to all of the nurses who actually do their job and who actually help out on the floor whenever they can, and who actually get the residents their meds on time. We truly appreciate all of you, even though, okay, I appreciate and love nurses, but I don't know if I could, okay, I appreciate and love nurses. Let me say that outright right now. But I don't know if I can give them the same credit for passing meds as I used to when I first started. Like I said, when I first started, I started off like immediately in the nursing home. So, and in that nursing home, CNAs were not allowed to touch the med cart, like at all, ever. That was strictly for the nurses. CNAs was not allowed. I guess we was untrustworthy around pills. I guess CNAs are the dope or crackheads of the nursing home system. I don't know, but for some reason, only nurses was allowed to was only allowed to touch the med cart. So I used to think that nurses passing meds was like a huge deal. Like only you had to like go to nursing school, you know what I'm saying, to learn to like learn how to do wound vacs and pass meds right and all this other stuff. Nah, because then I get to assisted living facilities and and it's just regular fucking Joe Blow off the fucking. It's just regular Joe Blow off the fucking street who they train for like 2 days to pass meds. And they just up in there whipping them and crushing and mixing the meds in the applesauce and giving them to the residents all fast, no time and shit. And I'm sitting here like, so you mean to tell me any jackass off the street can just come in here and pass meds? I used to give nurses like so, you don't understand. I gave nurses so much credit. Like nurses gotta pass these meds out so fast and to like so many residents. They gotta get the doses right, and they gotta and they gotta get them to take them and all this other stuff and blah 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 and yada yada yada. Get to fucking assisted living facilities and fucking Joe Blow, who ain't certified to be a CNA, nurse, nothing. Just some dude they scooped up off the street and put him in a blue shirt and trained him how to pass meds. Just out here just handing Mrs. Johnson her life-saving medication every day. And I have never felt so. I don't know how to say. I think I've never felt so betrayed mentally in my life. I was like, so you mean to tell me anybody can do this? I legit thought you had to like go to nursing school and pass like some kind of NCLEX test or whatever to be able to pass meds to residents. But no, you just had to be some dick off the street who they hired and brought in and gave them blue shirt, and you can just pass meds. I could have been a med passer. I still can be a med passer. if I go to my job and ask to take the class, I could be passing meds probably by next week. And I'm just like, wow. I feel betrayed mentally. I gave, when it came to passing meds, I gave like nurses like such a high regard. And and now it's just, don't get me wrong. Passing meds is hard. I get that. It's very difficult. Especially when, you know what I'm saying, a resident don't want to take their meds and all this other stuff. It's just a whole other situation. I get it. Don't get me wrong. Whoever passed meds, I am grateful that you do it because I don't want to. But what I'm saying is that I thought that the act and the duty of passing meds to residents was more prestigious than it actually is. It's not at all. That's all I'm saying. But shout out to nurses other than passing meds. It is Nursing Week. So shout out to the nurses who actually, you know what I'm saying, like I said, help on the floor, who actually are nice to their CNAs. You know what I'm saying? That's always a plus. You know what I'm saying? For doing the wound vacs and suction tubes and feed tubes and all the other stuff that we don't know how to do. We appreciate you. Shout out to nurses who aren't dicks. That's just, yes. I've been missing these questions. I've been missing these comments. Hey, Susie, child, I knew some crackhead pill popping nurses. I definitely knew some. I didn't know, but I definitely heard some stories about. They wasn't nurses, but they were nurses, but they were aid to pass meds, and they was definitely It's definitely been a few times where first shift has came on shift, and third shift med passer definitely had like stolen all of the Vicodin and just left the cart open and just left. Let me see. RJ in the house after taking shelter in my tub. What does that mean, RJ? What? After taking shelter in my tub. Is it a hurricane where you live? What's happening? I'm alive, yo. What? Hold on, RJ. Don't you live in Canada? I think I read that on your body or something. Is it a hurricane in Canada or something? I have no idea. Those med techs think they are nurses and don't want to help you. That's not true because well, that's not true of the ones that I've worked with. I've definitely worked with some med techs who thought because they were med techs, they were above doing like regular like aid work. And yeah, nah. Shout out to the ones who still know. I don't know if that's because maybe it's that like that little boost in pay that you know what I'm saying, because you know med techs make more than a regular person just doing aid work. So maybe that little boost in pay give them the big head. I don't know. Hell, a lot of them make less than a CNA. That is, well, let me see, because it depends on where you work. Because I know some med techs who making a lot more than CNAs, depending on where you work. RJ was so scared. She almost grew a dick. What does that mean, RJ? It's a big hassle sometimes. Tornado in Minnesota. Minnesota. Minnesota does sound like one of those places that have like frequent hurricanes. Is it hurricane season? I thought that was like later. Hurricane. Hold on. Let me go ahead and hop on the Googs real quick. When is hurricane season? So some people hurricane season is June 1st. Oh, June 1st, and it ends November 30th. What? So wait a minute. Wait a minute. I thought hurricane season was like something that, I don't know why, but I thought like hurricane season was like something that was like maybe it's a week or maybe it's like 2 weeks. Hurricane season is hold on, June, July, August, September. It's 4 months. June, July, August, September, October, November. 6 months. Y'all be having 6 months of being just afraid that a hurricane could could land. June, July, August, September, October, November. Nigga, 6 months? Oh my God. And depending on where you at, you almost guaranteed to get one. Florida, New Orleans, fucking, I think Texas caught one last year. Hurricane something. Sometimes I have to I'd be like, sometimes I be getting like other people, because first of all, everybody has like a problem with the hometown that they grew up in. Everybody thinks their hometown is trash. Everybody can't wait to leave their hometown. And then somehow everybody end up in Atlanta and Florida and Texas and all the same place. And people that live in those places is trying to get out because y'all just ruining the shit. But every time I like debate like whether I want to like, you know what I'm saying, leave and go to like a bigger town because the paycheck might be bigger, but the cost of living is also bigger, blah, blah, blah. And I'm debating back and forth. And then shit like a hurricane, something will happen. And then I'll just be sitting in Michigan like, you know what? Maybe Michigan is not so bad. And it happens like every year. It's always something. I'll be sitting here debating like, maybe I should move to such and such and such and such and blah, 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 blah. And then next thing you know, like, Florida would just randomly have some random crazy person off some drug eat some lady's face, and I'll just be like, you know what, Michigan is fine. You know what I'm saying? Or I look to like Alabama or Tennessee, and I see like a funnel cloud touch down and just like destroy an entire village or home or some shit. I'll be like, you know what, Michigan ain't that bad. Now we have to deal with snowstorms. And you know what I'm saying, inches of snow. And I'm used to that because I grew up here. So I'm used to it. But I feel like I would much rather deal with inches of snow than earthquakes and hurricanes and floods and all this other shit. Nigga, I was just on vacation, right? And I didn't feel it, but apparently we had an earthquake. Out of nowhere. Just a fucking earthquake. And it was just a loud ass shake, and apparently the hotel room shook and all this other shit. Scared the shit out of my girl. She texted me talking about, did you feel that? I think it was an earthquake. And I'm dead in the middle of the ocean. I can feel shit. And I'm just like, I would much rather deal with snowstorms and blah, 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 blah else than deal with what y'all be afraid of for 6 months a year. 6 months, that's half of the year. It's only 12 months in a year. For half of the year, y'all be afraid of hurricanes. This is ridiculous. I wish I knew what fucking video it was. It's a perfect video of why I will never trust. First of all, I will never trust a storm cloud in the South. Second of all, if I ever hear an evacuation, I'm evacuating immediately. Some of y'all is just dumb. So I'm just going to describe it. So, of course, it's hurricane season, like it be. And of course, it's families that, you know what I'm saying, be like right in the path of the hurricane that still be like, I'm not going to leave. I'm just going to ride out this hurricane because there's a 5% chance, they say, that it could just curve off and not even come through here. So, there's an old man and his wife, and they're in the group of people who said, I'm not going to leave. I guess it was night outside or something, or maybe the storm was making it that dark. I don't know what it was, but for some reason they was in their house. They was looking out the window, and they saw the hurricane touch down, and it was destroying just a bunch of shit, and it was just going crazy. So the old man who was filming, the tornado started coming at them, like directly towards their house, like, and fast. So in the video, they was just like, there's no way that we can outrun this tornado. It's too late to leave. All we can do is just hunker down and hope we survive. So the old man runs up to the attic for some reason, because he said he wanted a better view of the tornado, and he wanted to film the tornado for blah blah blah, posterity or whatever, just to get a better look at it. He films the tornado hitting his house, like it's like at least a 5-minute video. No, it's like a 60-second video. It feels like 5 minutes. But the tornado is just coming towards him, and it's fast, and it's just tearing shit up, and it hit him. Fucking camera go dark. All you see is wind and debris going everywhere. You hear old man and his wife screaming. Next thing you know, camera go dark. The rest of the story is the old man ends up surviving the tornado hitting his house, but he broke his legs from his waist down. The sad part is his neighbor also survived the tornado hitting his house. The tornado hitting his house. He goes over to check on the dude who was filming the tornado, and he finds him up under the rubble. Like I said, he survived, but he had broke his legs from the waist down, and his neighbor told him not to look down because he had landed on top of his wife, who had died in the tornado attack. It's just, oh man, the shit. It was just super. It was a super crazy ass story. And now I think like teachers and scientists like use that footage to show like the damage of storms, to show what not to do. Like when they say leave, you should leave. And what I feel like everybody should know, but some people was just stubborn and shit. I don't want to put this on a single race, but you know how white folks get. That's not true. I've heard black people say this shit too. It's just, you know how crazy people get. Let me just say that. People be like, I've lived in this house for such and such years, and if it goes down, I'm going down, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, sir, you don't know how swirling wind works. Okay? That's fucking weird. I don't understand. Katrina, but I'm used to it. Don't get used to it. Never get used to hurricane season, ever. Don't ever get used to that, okay? That's not something to get used to. Okay, snow. You can get used to snow, because snow is just snow. But a hurricane is swirling death. You rarely die from snow, okay? Unless you crashing in it, but that's your fault. Hurricanes are just unforgiving swirls of death. Never get used to them at all. When you have a minute, do a YouTube search for 2017 Bayard, Nebraska tornado footage. The nursing home took a direct hit from an F1. Only an F1? F1 don't seem that bad. Now, if it was an F5, I'd be like, hey, them motherfuckers is dead. But an F1, yeah. I mean, it's bad, but yeah, you might survive. Let me see. YouTube, 2017, Bayard, what is it? Bayard, Nebraska. Nebraska, home of the corn, home of the cereal. Tornado footage. Oh yeah, I see this. Oh yeah. EF. It's an F2. You said an F1. You lied to me, John. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it after I finish this podcast, but it looked gruesome already. I could tell from the dark ass sky. Katrina, but it's all I know. I'm gonna need for you to know more stuff. I'm gonna need for you to know, Katrina. I'm gonna need for you to know more stuff, and I'm gonna need for you to know like safer stuff. Okay? I feel like snow. I feel like snow is like safer than snow is safer than storm any day. I would much rather deal with a snowstorm than a hurricane or twister, funnel cloud, whatever the fuck. 100% any day. Like, okay, in the real bad snowstorms, you can get like 8 to 10 inches of snow. And you know what I'm saying? You won't have to go to work. Well, we would, but most people won't have to go to work. And kids won't have to go to school. And you got to get out there and shovel that shit. But that's like the worst. Maybe an ice storm. But even those is kind of dope at the end when they get done. A fucking tornado. Maybe because I didn't grow up around them. Maybe y'all find tornadoes and funnel clouds fun and interesting and shit. But from looking from a northerner's perspective, that shit is batshit crazy. I guess because I wanted to be a storm chaser. What's that movie with Helen Hunt in? Did you watch Twister or something? Is that what you did you watch Twister? Is it a storm chaser? Hurricanes you can never get used to. Thank you, Karen. Karen, wow. Thank you, Karen. Hurricanes are something you could like never get used to, in my eyes. I know how to be safe in hurricanes. How? I don't see how. I have seen hurricanes turn full-blown double, two-story, that's what I'm going to say. I've seen hurricanes turn 2-story houses into fucking parking lots. And y'all be sitting there in your little basement shelters and shit. Then you be trapped under all that rubble for days, hoping somebody can save you while you try to use your two-way radio to contact help and shit. Hoping your phone get a signal. You're going to get the fuck out of here. We have a dedicated space for hurricanes that spawn tornadoes. A dedicated space. Cut it out. Local said F1 just found out from you it was an F2. This video said F2 and shit, so I don't know. Maybe they upgraded it or something. I don't know. Yes, it can be scary. I said, and yes, and said for lost lives, but it's part of nature. I feel like, well, hurricanes are a part of nature, but I feel like hurricanes are like the bastard stepchild that just come along and fuck everything up. It's like when you babysitting like your badass sister's kids and shit. Just come in there and fuck your shit up and leave. Just come in there and fuck your shit up and leave. Didn't add shit to the house. Just came in there, fucked up your nice all white couch with grape juice and just left. That's what a hurricane is in the simplest form. Yes, I watched Twister. Of course you did. Of course you did. You know what always pissed me off about that movie? It's going to be the last thing I talk about. In the movie Twister, and spoiler alert, first of all, no, I'm not about to say spoiler alert because that movie is like decades old. If you haven't seen Twister by now, you're dumb. But in the movie Twister, they are saved by a belt looped around some bullshit on the ground. And they survived a F5 Twister by a simple belt loop. Two adult humans survived the F5 Twister by a leather belt looped around two adult humans. Get the fuck out of here. They went through the middle, saw the sunshine. It was all beautiful. Then complete Twister again. And they survived this shit off of a simple Walmart belt. Kiss my ass. Kiss it all the way up the crack. You got me fucked up. I'm like, this is the ending? Kiss my ass. And on that note, I'm going to end the podcast here. So if you haven't already, please like and follow this page so you can be notified of the next time I'm not going live, which will be this Friday. Yes, this Friday, Bitchin' by the Bar will be back. I am for sure of it. 100%. I am back from vacation, so I'm going to make sure of it. If you haven't already, please follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Franko the Pen. If you haven't already, please follow me on Twitter at OMG Franko. But be warned, I get kind of freaky on there. If you are vaccinated, stay carded up. And if you're not, stay tested. I truly appreciate it. Shout out to all the nurses. Once again, this is Nurses Week. And for the good ones, we appreciate you. For the bad ones, you suck and we hate you. But until next time, I will see you guys next Wednesday with a brand new episode of PSA from a CNA. I am Franko the Pen, and I am out. Love you.